What up guys, my name is Chef Chess Thomas, aka Deathcore Chef, and welcome to our anniversary special of the Boston Tea Party. Now I know that we usually release new episodes on Friday, but I don't control the calendars, and the Boston Tea Party's anniversary fell on today, December 16th. It may not have been a part of the revolution, but it definitely sparked the idea. For those who don't know, the Boston Tea Party was a historical event that occurred in 1773, a few years before the Declaration of Independence. Whether it was the mass amount of taxes, the Stamp Act, or the Boston Massacre, eventually a few citizens from the Sons of Liberty got sick of it and decided they're going to do something. As a protest, they went onto a cargo ship and threw all the tea into the harbor. And it was pretty much a big FU to the crown. With all those events, eventually my boy George Washington said, enough is enough. Him and our founding fathers went up to Betsy Ross, threw her a flag, said, "Star Spangle that bitch, we got a revolution to start." And after an amazing revolution, we beat the world's greatest military and won our freedom. So in honor of that, we teamed up with America's Coffee, Black Rifle Coffee, and we are going to make not one, not two, but 3 amazing dishes. All the ingredients are using coffee. This is just a small gesture to tell the United Kingdom, tea. In America, we drink coffee, damn it. First, we're gonna make coffee overnight oats. Here's what you need to make this. Half a cup of old-fashioned oats, half a cup of milk or your choice of dairy, 1/4 cup of Black Rifle coffee, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup or honey, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Stir well to combine. Refrigerate overnight, and in the morning you'll have a great breakfast that you can add whatever toppings you'd like to it. Whenever you're ready to dig in, just get it out of the fridge, unscrew the mason jar, and by all means, you can simply just go ahead and start eating straight out the mason jar if you'd like. Or you could be a civilized human, pour it out of the jar. I hate to tell all you fine folks in London, but beans on toast is not a breakfast. It's a cry for help. That's why I'm going to show you guys the American version of that same recipe, where we're going to take your recipe and turn it American with bacon jam on French toast. Dice up 1 pound of bacon and place into a pot on medium heat. Let the bacon cook until the fat is rendered. Remove the bacon from the pan and place it on a paper towel, leaving the bacon fat in the pan. Once the bacon is removed from the pan, add 1 pound of onions to the bacon fat. Cook until the onions are caramelized. Then add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, half a cup of brown sugar, add half a cup of apple cider vinegar, half a cup of maple syrup, and your Black Rifle coffee. Add your bacon back into the pot. Bring the ingredients to a simmer and allow them to cook for about 45 minutes to an hour, stirring every 10 to 15 minutes. Once your bacon jam is done, we're going to add that on top of some French toast, and then we're going to put a sunny side egg on top of that. This is an amazing item for brunch, and it's way better than beans on toast. Scoreboard London, right here, scoreboard. I asked Kiko before he got here what he wanted to get for lunch, and the last thing on his list was spotted dick and blood pudding. Let's be honest, England. Nobody wants to eat food that sounds like a medical diagnosis. All those wars over seasonings and spices, and you don't use any of them in your food. Finally, we're gonna make a coffee steak rub. 2 tablespoons of Black Rifle coffee, finely ground. 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of granulated onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Mix all your ingredients in a small bowl. Now I understand that we're using a rub on this steak. However, you still need to season this thing. So just keep it simple. We're just trying to enhance the flavor of the rub here. Use salt and pepper, nothing more. Now that we've added salt and pepper, we're gonna grab our rub. Now I've taught you guys how to cook steaks before. Season generously, knowing that you're gonna lose about 30% in the pan once you start searing it off. Yes, juicy and moisture. So moist. That's a moist steak right there. That's a good steak. There it is. Once you swallow it, it gives you a second kick of flavor. So I think it just goes to show with everything we did today, whether it's revolutions or making recipes, London just keeps taking L's over here. I want to thank Black Rifle Coffee for allowing us to use their coffee for the main ingredient of today's special. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not much of a breakfast person, so the overnight oats weren't my favorite, but the brunch item and the steak were amazing. You don't believe me, just ask Kiko.
Correct.
Man, a few words. And I want to thank you guys for liking, subscribing, following on all our stuff, checking us out on social medias, checking out our merch and everything else. And we will see you on the next episode. Later. Scoreboard London. Right here, scoreboard.